everyone, welcome back to Daily English. Today, we're diving into an exciting interview with the amazing Salena Gomez and pause to explain some key idioms and vocabulary she uses. Let's get started and improve our listening skills together.
Can you tell me how you got involved with that?
Sure. I actually was very lucky. To be honest, I was like, I don't know. I feel like, what if, I'm lonely because maybe they don't want to hang out with,
Hang out means to spend time with someone. I'd love the chance to hang out with some like-minded folks.
I just started thinking, maybe this isn't my thing. And then I met John Hoffman, Jess Rosenthal, and Dan Fogelman, and I fell in love with them. And they actually told me the full story and how they wanted me to be a part of creating Mabel and who she was, which as an actor is so ideal to be able to start at the beginning of something and create that and see who she is now after all the seasons have gone through. So this was a complete blessing. Most of the things that I go for, I definitely, have to audition. So I don't take it for granted that they thought of me. I'm very grateful. And I just feel like Mabel is a part of me now.
Did you get to shape her at all?
To shape her means to decide or influence the form of something, especially a belief or idea, or someone's character. My relationship with my father played a major part in shaping my attitude towards men.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I liked that she was a rebel, and I liked that she was a bit of a loner.
Loner means a person that prefers not to associate with others. My interest in bird watching had made me a bit of a loner.
And now, after 3 seasons, I'm able to look at something and say, actually, I feel like she wouldn't say this, she wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd wear that. She wouldn't wear this much makeup, or she wouldn't do, every little detail is definitely, that matters to me.
Yeah. Speaking of season 3.
Yeah. I'm so happy.
I mean, I'm sure over the past 3 seasons, you've had great memories and can you tell us something that stands out?
Stands out means to be much better than other similar things or people. Stand out from. We had lots of good applicants for the job, but one stood out from the rest.
About as you look back on.
Gosh, there are so many moments on set. It's so hard to pick one. I don't like this. Probably working with Meryl. My first scene I had with Meryl by ourselves was really touching. I enjoyed it. It was it was a surreal moment.
Surreal means strange, not seeming real, like a dream. Driving through the total darkness was a slightly surreal experience.
And I felt very safe, and I didn't feel too nervous, but it was a really fun experience. And then as far as the wackiness.
Wackiness means the quality of being unusual in a pleasing and exciting or silly way. The band's wackiness delighted the crowd.
I mean, Marty sings all the time. He's dancing. He will interrupt takes to say something that's on his mind. He's, Steve's always talking about the time, we need the time. And they're just, I don't know, they're just my buddies.
That sounds like their characters a little
bit.
It
actually is. When people ask me how they are, I basically say they are their characters.
Oh my gosh.
It's hysterical. They're just brilliant at what they do, and there's not that kind of humor around anymore. Well, just not as much.
No, it's great. I would not have put the 3 of you guys together. I think that's the thing that everyone's like.
Yeah, it is weird.
But it works so well. So.
But now I can't imagine it any other way.
For sure. You've accomplished so much in your career, and you wear so many different hats.
Wearing different hats means to function in more than one capacity or having many roles, fill 2 or more positions. He wears 2 hats, serving as the company's controller as well as its chief executive officer.
Can you tell us a little bit about your career journey and how you got started?
Sure. I I guess it starts with me idolizing the first woman in my life, which would be my mom. She grew up wearing many hats as well and did her hardest to provide for me, but she loved theater. And I eventually started to like the idea of wanting to act and perform. But I told my mom for some reason at 7, I was very persistent and insisted I be on TV instead of theater. So I went on my first audition when I was 7, and I got my first part, which was Barney, the purple dinosaur. And
I remember Bernie.
that was really fun. And then from there, I guess it's just a series of events that I've been fortunate enough in my life to have the opportunities, like, working with Disney Channel. The platform they were able to give me is such a gift. And then I grew out of that.
Grew out of that means to stop doing or having something because one is older and more mature. She hoped to grow out of her bad habits.
And now being 30 and figuring out, the next phase of who I am in my life, it's exciting, and I don't take anything for granted, and I just work really hard. That's all I can do, I just work really hard, and I care a lot.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's challenging to balance your music career with your acting and all the philanthropic work that you do.
Philanthropic work means giving money to help people who are poor or sick, or to pay for things such as museums or schools that are good for society. He is known for his philanthropic work for children in Africa.
Can you share some of the strategies that you found helpful to maximize your impact as an activist?
I think it depends on where I am health-wise. I think that's what's most important and should be, in my opinion. How I'm feeling, what I'm able to take on, and when I can't. So it starts there. And then having communication with my team about what I'm willing to do and how much I want to do. And then I decide what's important, and from there, I just pick and choose. But yeah, I think it's safe to say I'm a bit of a workaholic.
Workaholic means person who works most of the time and finds it difficult to stop working in order to do other things.
Well, you've accomplished a lot, so that shows.
Thanks.
You talked about sort of the philanthropic work and the things that you're passionate about. You started the Rare Impact Fund. What motivated you to start it, and how do you hope to make a difference with this initiative?
Anything that I'm a part of, whether it's a TV show that I get to produce or a deal with a brand, I always have made it a point that anything I'm part of, a percentage of it goes to, I guess at that point in my life, any charity I would pick. And then once I started working on my cosmetics company, I didn't know what was going to happen with Rare, to be honest. We launched it in the middle of the pandemic. But whether it was going to do well or not, I knew that if there's anything I could do to not only just give back, but have a mission statement, that it's beyond beauty, it's beyond physical beauty, and you can't take care of yourself if your mind is just in 1,000 places that you may be confused about. So whatever was going to happen, we would have the impact fund. Everyone just knew it was important. And now, being a core
Being a core means the central, innermost, or most essential part of something.
over 2 years old, Rare, and we're doing really well. Our goal is to raise $100 million in 10 years, and we want to provide mental access for people who may not be able to have that or have no idea where to start.
Yeah, congratulations on the success, by the way. It's always sold out when I try.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's crazy.
I mean, you've been pretty open about your struggles with mental health and the importance of self-care. How have your personal experiences with mental and physical health influenced the work you do and the initiatives that you're doing? And what are you most excited about?
I don't know where I adopted this attitude, but it's helped me feel better in life. And the following is not a pity party.
Pity party means an instance of feeling self-indulgently sorry for yourself. Stop the pity party and embrace your new single life.
This is just how I think. So when I got diagnosed with lupus,
Lupus is a disease that occurs when your body's immune system attacks your own tissues and organs. Autoimmune disease.
I was around 16 or 17. It was a very brutal process, and I didn't enjoy it at all. But cut to a few years later, I was able to visit a child in the hospital, and they would not look at me until I said I had lupus too.
Locus, a single disorder caused by mutations in different genes, each acting individually to cause the same disease.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for more videos.